Thanks, everybody. Let's get started for today. A lot to get into. Gonna have a holiday on Thursday, so we'll move that live stream to Friday, same time, 11 a.m. Black Friday live stream. So let's get right to it. I said last time I'm gonna give away a book. Who wants a book? First person. Who wants a book? First person. I see. You got to chat. Give me something in the chat. This will reward all the early arrivals. So first person to just give me a yo, a hey. Richard, you win. There you go. See, guys, you have to be early. We're going to do this way. We're here every morning, 11 a.m. roughly. You have to subscribe. So here we go. Okay, Richard McKellar and Jake. I'll take two guys. You have to email me, and then I will mail you your book. Volume 3 or Volume 2. And this is what we're going to do. So every session, I'm giving away books now. So another reason to show up. Other than everything else we do, okay, every stream we give away a book. How about that? So Richard, it's on you guys though. You have to contact me. I can't chase you down. So email me your address and we'll get a book out. Volume 3 or Volume 2, preferably. That's what my drop shipper has. We got out 2 people yesterday, won some books. We got those out. So I think we're going to make this a little more fun. So a shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks again. you guys know I got a lot going on. So it's just taking me time to kind of get up to speed, but we're getting there. My focus always primarily is going to be the charts and a lot going on with what's happening today, what's happening this week, crypto, regular markets, up and down. What are they going to do? But I think we're definitely in this window going for the next couple of months of extremely volatile behavior. If it's the altcoins, and that's what I'm going to talk about today, or if it's crude oil, tech stocks, we're going to expect more of this, more of the same, a lot more volatility. I think more on the upside, but we will see crazy individual 1, 2 day corrections, much like what we saw altcoins just in the last 48 hours. Coming down, slamming. What are we going to do here? We talked about yesterday Ethereum. Let's start with that. We looked at Bitcoin yesterday. Today I want to do altcoins. If you guys have some shout outs, you want to, some coins, definitely some altcoins, pop them up. I'm not going to get to everything today, but I will do my best. Before we go any further, we're working with Harmonic Pattern Collection for TradingView. I think this is your best option for cryptocurrencies because you can get most of it free. I recommend subscribing to their basic data service because you can add more of our indicators. All of our indicators here for Harmonic Pattern Collection are loaded in individual modules that have all the different pattern scanners. We give you all that information and the coursework free. And actually, there's a new TradingView course that I just released. We used to provide it as an official thing with TradingView. Now I'm including it with the software. It's a basic how-to. So check that out. And final point, everything we do now is based on the auto-generated harmonic patterns. And I want to take one moment to mention that because I do recommend that everyone that if you're watching the recording or you're here today, go over to Harmonic Trader, go to harmonictrader.com and become a basic member. I mean, everybody. Okay, register now, bang, you log in, you give the email, it's all free. Because then that starts you into the whole journey of the rest is up to you. And so, again, take a quick second because I've had a number of people, probably more than I anticipated, that either are new to harmonic patterns or have just heard about them or learned them from someone else the wrong way. And I really would just want to kind of make this clear, kind of my commitment to everyone is that I'll make everything free. That if you do the work, the resources, the strategies to learn everything, yeah, you could do it manually. And you get all of that at the basic members page. So become a basic member, go to the basic members page. I've gone through this. A quick review though on all of this because every session that I do something, I'm getting more emails about the basic stuff. So give me 30 more seconds on this. Go to basic members, access the software. I recommend that you get the TradingView trial and you get something like MetaTrader and NinjaTrader. You run our Pro software and you run the Lite software with TradingView. You'll have the complete software resource that you need. And these are all free. The other recommendation that I had is try the TradingView right now for 14 days. And then in 2 weeks later, try the MetaTrader or NinjaTrader, Sierra, eSignal, whatever, and take the whole month. And join us down now on our Discord. Here's the link for the Discord community. Okay, we do have a premium section that I'm setting up, but right now I want to connect the community together, especially now with the holidays, everything, Black Friday, blah, 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 that we just opened it up 2 weeks ago. We got about, I don't know, I think I saw 150 people in there this morning. and it's building. But this is where you start. Why? Because you can talk the language. You can learn the whole language, all of the strategies for free. Here are all the books. Something that I'm going to go over today is a strategy that I will review today is in volume 3. And click on all the PDFs. If you want to buy the physical book, you can buy it or come to a session and get here early, and I will give out a book the first 5 minutes of every session going forward. So we'll come back to volume 3 in a minute, but what I want to really get on today are the altcoins, major harmonic developments across the board. And I said this yesterday that Ethereum represented the clearest picture of what we want to see in an ideal fashion. There's our type 1 reaction after this impulsive 1618 crab pattern down to about 4,000 spot on. 39,999.75. Then we had ideal confirmation in terms of, that's what we look for, harmonic strength index confirmation. And then right after the pattern completion in simple terms. Okay, for those that are learning the patterns manually, I definitely recommend that. But from a trade perspective, what we're looking for are verifiable patterns. That's what the automatic algorithms do. And then confirmation. That's also our proprietary strategy, but auto-generated. So before I go much further, thank you guys. I like the fact you guys are looking out for me. Quick risk disclaimer. And it's really important to me to communicate this each and every session. Even though I was a former registered investment advisor, I am no longer a registered investment advisor. Although I have passed 3 SEC NASD exams, Series 7, 63, and 65. I am no longer an active registered investment advisor. So this is not financial advice. You're here for entertainment purposes, education if you find it educational. I hope you do. So from the software perspective, thanks Snipes. What's up, RB? From a perspective how we look at opportunities of what the software generates in terms of patterns, we're looking at the signaling. And we start, I talked about this yesterday, we start with the terminal bar. That's the pattern completion point. If you never heard of terminal bar before, for a lot of new folks, that is our official pattern completion point, and that is discussed in book volume 1. Really important concept because our opportunity does not begin until after that completion. And then from the software perspective, we're looking for this arrow. That arrow lines up with this bottom indicator. That's harmonic strength index. Now, I talked about the reaction and now the retest of what Ethereum could possibly do. I was looking for, come back to the brush the 4,000 level. Didn't get down there, fell just shy, about 20 bucks. Sorry. About 60 bucks shy of there. So I'm going to keep my eye on this. That's on a 4-hour chart. That was, and I would say still is, the ideal scenario for a launch point. If you're looking for end of the year run, we're running out of time, correct? It's November 23rd, right? Bitcoin is supposed to be at 98,000 according to the stock to flow model inside of, 10 days, 8, not even. So we will be aware of all of that. And again, if that's not going to work out, and that's not going to pan out, or maybe they're going to stretch this thing out into more of a December, January phenomenon, we'll have to see. But we did get a lot of the harmonic patterns to set up in a great way, where we could expect that launch pad. And the alt, we talked about Bitcoin yesterday, why 57,000 as low as maybe 56.5 is so important. But Ethereum with this crab pattern off the top, there's a lot there where I would, that's for me, that's harmonic evidence. That is true harmonic structural evidence of, okay, you want to launch? Perfect. Type 2, bullish crab pattern. Did we get confirmation though? Not on HSI. Depending on the check a couple of the other feeds as it is important. There's Gemini Exchange. It's nice to see the same patterns in this instance, especially on a 4-hour time frame, being generated across the board. We did have a slight difference between that feed and the prior feed in that take a look at our top indicator here is amplified RSI. And a quick note about this indicator. I'll be doing a session on this next week on amplified RSI and the details why we use it. But just note that actually this green line stopped right there. That for everybody that has the software, you guys know this. When that green line stops and we're in a pattern zone, we start looking. It's just that this thing did not get down to really close, but not just shy. What was the low? On this Coinbase feed, it was 4,024.45. And the measured level for official type 2 activation, that's at 4,000.625, or sorry, 6286. As my wife says, I need glasses. I don't believe her. But that's 6286. So maybe more consolidation in Ethereum, king of the alts, right? And our weekly time frame scenario for Ethereum, much like Bitcoin, is just the 1618. That's still up there. Just this minimum 1618. The larger 1618 on the weekly, again, it looks like this deep crab structure. Not the best one, but it is. Was it 60? Well, that 1618 is at 5,400. And then we were saying, okay, let's say it overspills, goes up to like a 1902, about 59, 6,000. So there's a lot of things still. Let's pull away the pattern. I mean, sometimes you can get overloaded. This is actually a good point where drawing out manually definitely helps. The software is not generating this as a deep crab. I know why. Because our B point does not line up properly. It's let me get this right here. Yeah, I think that B point. No, that B point's okay. I think it's like there. I think well, the 1618 in this case does get you to yeah 5,900, but you don't have a really tight W formation in terms of your BC extension here. This is getting extended. You would really want to see this 1618 kind of explode in terms of time and not even be stretched out like that. Like I think you go into December at some point in December, assuming if this is going to play out, that 1618 is your target between now and the end of that month, end of the year. Pete's asking, where can I learn more about the green and the red lines? I'll be talking about them today, Pete. Actually, we're going to talk about something right out of Volume 3. I'm going to bust through a few more altcoins here. But yeah, I'll talk about that. And there's an amplified RSI video that gets sent out in the emails. So maybe contact me and I'll send you that amplified, that specific video. There's a ton of stuff in the library towards the end of today's session I'll review. So let's just be mindful that all within this larger time frame of Ethereum, currently sitting at a 500 plus billion market cap, that we're looking for that minimum expansion move that still looks strong on the weekly. I think if you were going to dump, if there was going to be any kind of serious problem, this week would have followed through to the downside. Take away all this stuff. And again, let's just clean it up. All right. I think this is something that is helpful. Just draw the trend lines without the patterns first. Okay, what's the direction there? Pretty clear if we were breaking down under these lows, or we get like a 3-bar reversal, basically where we get some kind of big candle that takes out 1, 2, 3, the prior 3 weeks low, that would be something of an issue. But we have a 1-bar correction snap, no follow through. Okay, Tuesday, we got a long week ahead, and it's still holding firm. Plus the 4-hour, this type 2 crab is, I think it's everything for the entire, the altcoins. There's Ethereum on the 4-hour time frame. What's that? It's a, oh, there's a bat. It's a bat pattern as well, right off the top. This 4,000 area, much like Bitcoin 57,000, has got to be a floor. You're looking for the floor, and maybe it takes a little bit more time. Maybe we come back down one more test and then launch. That would be the an area where, at a minimum, we have this prior bearish pattern to retest. That's something that's, we've talked a lot recently of how the software is kicking out back-to-back patterns. So this has been another one where, yeah, likelihood of a retest to retest that pattern is something we consider. Ideally, come back. Give me a full retest of XA. That would be your official type 2. Why? Because this is a type 1 reaction right there, folks. That's our common expectation for, if we get a sun icon, software generates a pattern, like right there, sun icon, bang. We are in early development phase for type 1 reaction, which we get, followed by the bearish HSI pink arrow. Come back down. Now, we didn't get all the way down, really close to XA. That would have been, for me, if this thing would have kissed that XA level and then exploded, that would have been kind of the right characteristic of some kind of launch pad. So let's jump into a few of these. I know a lot of you guys want to look at some of these metaverse. So let's pop up. You want to look at Alice. All right. Let's start there. We can look at Alice. I'll show a couple of the ones that I've been featuring recently. Look at that. 12 to 22 in what? 8 days? That's not a bad return. Let's look. Now, folks, when you're exploding like this, okay, the FOMO is so easy, right? That you need to have some things in mind. You want a FOMO, thinking it's going to break out to the moon? Well, just be aware of a few simple reaction reversal dynamics. You want to, this is exploding. This is Alice. I know Sand and Mana, Decentraland. They're all doing big moves, but let's just trace out what this structure is. I don't have a bearish pattern. That's a daily. But the general structure, we're retesting that 886 right there. Generally, we hit any clear PRZ, In this case, it's a bat pattern. Why? Well, there's the top. There's X to A. B is at less than a 50% level. So that tells us this W formation is going to be a bat at the 886. Now, what do we expect? Some kind of reaction. No matter what, we hit the zone. We form the T-bar, terminal bar. And then we have a 382. That's a definition of a harmonic move, folks. So come back down, generally 382, about 1860. And this stuff has been swinging. That's a daily chart. If we go to an hourly time frame, you're going to see a lot of up and down on this. Plenty of opportunity to get into this. On the daily, yeah, we're reacting against an 886 that needs a correction. So talk to me in a couple of days, and maybe we'll get something back down here and then go again. Do consider that these are stair stepping. Okay, theta, because I know you guys asked for theta last time and I couldn't get to it. I don't. That's a Binance puppy. Ooh, nice crab pattern. But here's the better thing about theta, and here's something that we see a lot on crypto. It's why I'm telling you, folks, I'm doing more crypto now than stock. And for me, I'm an old school, old school stock guy. And I can't, I'm all harmonic patterns though, but I can't ignore the action. And here's something with theta that is real indicative of a lot of these that are, this is in a strong uptrend, no doubt. We run into a 1618 overextension. Why 1618? That's just the natural cycle. The 1618, 618 pullback, which is what you did here, is just a natural cycle. The crab pattern gives you the real nice formation. The zone automatically generates it. Plus, look, two arrows right up in that terminal bar zone that says, that's probably it for now. Come back down, you hit your reaction targets. Now we look for the return move, which this is basically there's target 2. That's your 618 level off the pattern. And then we go again and look for that return to retest that whole zone. Extremely tradable. These kind of moves are the things on 60-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame are giving absolute remarkable 15-20% moves every 48 hours. This is extremely tradable, folks, and I have been saying this. Forget the hodling. You guys, hodling's for people that got more money than they know what to do with. That, yeah, take a part of your portfolio and hodl. But I just think these swings within the framework of harmonic patterns are too ripe. I mean, it's just phenomenal harmonic action over and over again in the altcoins. Like this, theta. This is the first time I've even looked at theta in I don't know how long. 2 months? What's the daily, weekly situation? Not a heck of a lot. I mean, look, there's a lot of those 60-minute tradable zigzag moves, but longer term, what do you want to buy that and sit on that? I mean, your breakout point came all the way back in August, and you haven't done anything. Versus bust it down to an hourly chart and look at pattern after pattern. You know, great moves on the 60-minute that I would prefer to actively trade. Yeah, the theta on the daily, sure. Um, broke down the downtrend. You could be patient, like most of the altcoins and most of the daily structures. I have really recommended, and it's worked with a lot of the ones that are flying now. But again, just trace out what you see on the daily, weekly time frame. If that's your extreme low, there's your X to A. There's your B point at an almost perfect 50. Come down to C at about 82. And then what? Well, the W bat formation would take you back to 14 bucks. But where are you in reality? Well, you're kind of going sideways, not doing much. But you do have some confirmation here that just triggered. Look, you have some overbought signals, or sorry, oversold signals with amplified and HSI. So not a bad place to be trying to look at that, but there's probably 20 other coins that are trending more aggressively that give you opportunities. Put it on the radar, but it's not moving. And a lot of the altcoins, surprisingly, that did a big surge last month and did no follow through, are right back at the levels we talked about. So again, I think something like Algo, we talked about this yesterday a little bit about the crazy move that it did, and we had a bunch of numbers like 165. But all of this is just not just kind of the overwhelming evidence for me. And I look at these markets as a trader, not from a project perspective. I want to kind of be clear about that. I'm not a bit boy. I'm not one of these Pompliano guys that are going to ever do a rundown of the day's fundamental stories. I am a measure guy. I'm a measure the market. Tell me what are the internal extremes. Let's crunch some numbers and come up with clear levels of support and resistance based on harmonic, no matter what. And I also want to be aware of what are the sizes of like the market capitalizations. What's the volume? There's got to be some stuff. Okay, I'll pop over to sand. Yeah, sand is another one where it has been moving remarkably well. I think one of the lessons with these kind of markets is the fact that once they skyrocket, they give you another opportunity. I think this has been on this sand exploded weeks ago, doing a move. What's that? That's FTX. Oh, I got to get an account over there. But we broke out on sand. It was October, trading a buck, and did that huge move where probably a lot of people thought, oh, that's amazing. That's it. That's done. You know, from 75 to $3. That's good. I'm out. Oh, wait, now it's 5? Where's it going to go? How do we play that? This is a good one for what I want to talk about today because there's the strategy in the volume 3 book that I'm going to cover. Let's come back to this. That's a good one that I will use. One or two more, updating some of the things that I have been personally talking about, which really one of the best ones so far of the past month or two has been crypto.com, right? Look at this. I posted this last week, 10 days ago, at about 34 cents. It was a bat pattern right there on the hourly. This also just got on Coinbase not even a month ago. Where'd it go? Oh, it's USD pair, not Tether. Can I come back to it? Where was it? What am I missing here? 1 second. MW small. Oh, that's why. Really quick, in your settings, folks, we have the different modules. Why? Because we had to design it this way because of the Pine script to get it to be able to pick up all of the matches. So we have a small, regular, and large. You want to run all three. Now again, I'm looking for, tell you what, I'm going to go back to the post. Probably better to do it that way on crypto. And there we go. So this was back. I'll have to look at why I'm not getting it now. Oh, it's on OKEX. Talked about this again yesterday. Back on the 10th, not even 2 weeks ago. So that's 33 and updated that at the hop. I mean, that had everything. That did the big first move, came back. And then I posted this. And so I wanted to just kind of update. Why did I post? So on the 17th, a week later, I say we ride to 1. Why did I put that? Well, let's look at some measured levels really quick. And we're almost there. I mean, we're 84 cents. I think this has got a ways to go. If you're not in this yet, be patient. Get it on the radar. A trend like this does not stop, does not pivot overnight. I mean, you're talking acceleration there. For me, I'm still much long a lot. I said 1 because this just came on Coinbase, but I looked at the other data feeds. I mentioned this where looking at the crypto.com, because that's the native coin, gives us a better outlook of long term. Go up here. There you go. And I mentioned this, I think it was last Thursday, of why I would look at something that's extreme like this 3618. And that's my maximum level on here. All right, it's about 79. I hate when it's that touchy, can't even get it. It's about 78.50 or so. Okay, but that's again within the framework of how we look at each level. You know, again, I'll look at the whole scale of harmonic ratios if we're breaking out. Look at a 618. Sorry, a 1. Let me get this right. Take the D point. Try this again. And this is the way we have been looking at a lot of the crypto from a general manual level of just tracing out. You know, can you give me some kind of W structure? In this case, I really can't. And I think I mentioned this last week when I talked about that. This was more of a real kind of a linear move. There's not a pattern here. This is more set up of a blow off kind of expansion, which is also something a little bit different than a lot of these that we've seen on daily, weekly time frames. But look at what happened at the 1618. Go to right there. That was our 1618. Right about 40 cents. Our maximum scale that we look at, 3618. Yeah, oh, that's not right. Can I get that right again? There you go. It should be like that to there. 3618. Bang, right there. And I was saying this, I think yesterday and Thursday, of let's get up here and look for another 382 kind of pullback. Now, I think this thing is going to continue. It's certainly expanding. It's not where I'm jumping in. And again, if you're not in this, even if this does go to a buck, okay, I think I'm targeting like a buck, buck 20. There's going to be a real sharp pullback. And you do not want to be FOMOing into this really super late stage, probably inning 8 out of 9, maybe top of the 9th. Because I think what'll happen is this will be really fast. It'll do the pop move to 1, and then a hard inflection 382 back down. That's going to be a big percentage opportunity. Let me see here. Where was the other?
that. The other one that has bounced around quite a bit, but now is kind of back there, is this Chili's on, was it 4 hour or hourly? Hourly. Yeah, we had a couple of big patterns. And this one already did that first move, did a crazy surge where we were looking at that to do the pop. This is the correction of that, and it's a fairly steep 1618 right off that top. But now look what's going on. Stabilization. That's ideal. It's a perfect type 1 reaction. So now we're in, not only done the type 2 return, but we're so close to launching this type 2 reversal that our minimum objective for that is up at target 2, 52.58. Again, a great percentage opportunity. Hold on. Bear with me. So take a look at that. That's that's one of a few of these. Ironically, a lot of them are C, Chili's, crypto.com. The other one was this Coty, okay, a Cardano project. Look what happened here, folks. I posted this. There's probably something as well in a 4 hour, but Coty had a type 2 deep grab that just kicked this off. Okay, that's the smaller pattern. We were featuring this pattern. Go over here. A big retest of, I think we got to go back a little ways. It's a larger pattern. Where was that? It was on it was either a 2 hour, it was something at around 44 cents. I'll have to come back to that. But we had the 1 hour time frame, and oh, this was also on the Twitter feed. Let me see if I can find that. Down at, where'd that go? Hmm. Yeah, there's Coty. That was from like a week ago. This was another one where it did a big surge. It formed that pattern off the top and had kind of this extended correction, consolidation, scraping. I think the larger numbers were like 42.50 was on the downside. It got as low as 39 and change. But this is in another big area, and you have that 60-minute time frame as well now. So there's several of those that are shaping up. Let's look at, let me see here. Engine Coin was another one that I mentioned. Again, it had a big move. It corrected down. This one, again, these are to get on your radar. If you're, I'm not saying this one's already extended. Now, Engine Coin's at a type 2 off of that at ABCD. You got a couple of patterns there. Where was the, sorry folks, I know we had something around $3. Let me come back to this one. Engine Coin though, just get it on your radar. I'll keep an eye on that one. Um, oh, here's the other one. Where'd you go? VE Chain. I posted this. This is actually nice. Real sweet spot for VE Chain. I put this on Twitter, I think this morning. Big Gartley off the top. That's a 2 hour. Probably better on the 4 hour. I think that was, yeah, there you go. So all those patterns generating automatically. Let me remove the lines so we can just kind of clean it up. and sitting right back in. There's several of the they're overlapping. There's a couple smaller patterns, but you want to focus again on this hop level XA of this. It's a bat pattern, which is just retesting the 886 off of last month. We did a nice move, had a bearish crab pattern up there, come back down. Okay, now you're at the 886, consolidating nicely. Why not? Why not trade between these hop levels? Basically from this hop area just under 13 and then come back up just shy of 18. And don't be afraid to trade these. Again, where we're just trying to capture segments. Don't get up here and just look for, the endless explosion, because it's not going to happen. We're getting these larger patterns, stair stepping, if you will. We're obviously not mooning in Bitcoin. If we were mooning in Bitcoin and we were above 100,000, I would say, okay, throw darts and let it roll. But that's not where we are. I think it's more selective, it's more stair stepping, requiring a bit more active management. So, a couple more and let's wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Appreciate it. Yeah, hey, Ziggy, EOS on the 4 hour. Didn't that explode? There's a few of these. Nice one, my friend. It did give you, this is early reaction stage, but excellent, excellent. Thank you. That's a value added contribution to our stream, folks. EOS, just like V chain, right there sitting at terminal bar with confirmation. This is how we want to see things come together. There's your terminal bar. There's the green arrow of confirmation, and then okay, here's the check back. I wish the check back would have happened there, and then you come back and do the retest. So we're still in definition in a type 1, but you're really close. I mean, that's looking real good for to do that kind of a type 1 reaction. But you go from 403 to 449, that's 10% plus, and that should happen within a 30 bar arc. Important to be aware of that. I mean, that's a beautiful one. EOS it would be great to see this come back here next week, or even maybe by Friday. Do the type 1, come back down one more time, and then go. That's how we look at all of the patterns, but we'll see if that plays out. Right now, you're still type 1 reaction material. Rune and Luna. Yeah, Luna, I know I posted on Luna just 3 days ago, maybe 2 days ago. Luna was just like all of these. Yeah, check this out. Luna. Okay, see how the software, this is really important. It's identifying the proper levels. How do we know? Because time and time again, you see your terminal bar. Okay, that's the starting point. There's terminal bar, that sun icon. And what we're seeing is individual price bar reaction over and over again at these levels, to where even if it's just a pause, you're not going to get, your butt handed to you by being in the wrong position or just not even having the right harmonic level. Then you get confirmation, which came in right there, and now you're in a stabilization phase. You're still a type 1. This is Luna, and Luna's been an explosive one. I'll go to the daily chart in a second, but I will outline why this is, you should consider this more tradable than anything else. And you're still looking for a type 1 reaction. Okay, there's your, right down here is your ideal levels for that whole trade. You had one thrust up, Okay, you get a second shot. That's common. Two shots on every pattern, folks. Don't forget that one either. So if you get like a little reaction and it doesn't work out and you get stopped out, take another shot. But that's what I would look for. But that's all I would look for. Go up to target 1, maybe target 2, but that's it. The daily time frame for Luna, I know this has been just a real nice charge. Look at that. I mean, hello. 10 to 50, folks. 4 months of work, 500% on your money. Okay. But do note, okay, this is a good example where you maybe have a huge thrust up, but you get plenty of opportunities for things within the smaller time frame as it's grinding. And this is a lot of zigzag. I mean, that kind of up down, that's a lot of, boy, if you're up at 42 bucks and then like a week later you find yourself at 26 and then back at 42, stocks don't move like that. Maybe options do, and that's probably a better comparison, that these move more like longer term options, I think. And that's another reason why I feel trading them and trading the levels probably a better way to go. James says Luna has great fundamentals. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And again, I'm going to be completely. I'm going to just be transparent and say that my angle here on crypto is price action analysis for pure speculation. If you are knowledgeable about the projects and believe in it and want a dollar cost average, that's definitely a good way to go. And in the meantime, you can learn how we apply the framework with the software and everything that we do to unlock more opportunities. And basically, you work your money. Yes, great space to be in. Money's flowing. The altcoins are. I feel the altcoin harmonics are the best. We're seeing phenomenal harmonic pattern action in the altcoins, but they require a super aggressive management strategy where you utilize the automated general levels, the generated levels off the patterns. I mean, let's just go back to Luna here on the hourly chart. There you go. On the hourly, you get beautiful bat pattern, type 1. Okay, there's a type 1 reaction. XA level at 40.27. Target 1's at 42. But you're done. In terms of that as a trade, that's it. Your work is done, and then it might continue to go a little bit higher, but the bigger move for that altcoin, if you're looking for some kind of home run, is going to be on the retest. But we respond to the levels as traders. For me, in what I'm doing in the crypto space is responding to the levels the software generates for me. GLQ, never heard of it. Again, I don't know what this is. I'll look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's on Qcoin. It's on one exchange. Maybe if you're seeing, listen, we're seeing harmonic patterns in crypto left and right. It is actually probably the number one reason why we have such a, I would say, not only resurgence, but this is a new wave. This is a new chapter in the history of harmonic patterns, folks. Okay, I started this out of my house in Tucson, Arizona in 1996. The first patterns, the first structures. Been talking to some people about doing NFTs, about some of the first illustrations. I have the original documents and I have all of that. Why? Because all of that stuff for me was an experimentation that actually worked.
the pattern recognition. Okay, and so then we apply it to markets. Well, the crypto markets and then the altcoins, the harmonics and the altcoins are about as hyped as I've ever seen. Again, a lot like the option market, but you have liquidity here. Still, you can have all the greatest harmonic patterns in the world. You have to respond to the levels. I mean, this graph link versus tether, sure, but your job as a trader is to capture that segment and then look for the next opportunity. But I think there's just too much of looking for that beautiful, perfect entry for the Bitcoin result. And I'm telling you that that's not where the opportunity is. The opportunity is recognizing what these patterns are doing over and over again. Pick your spots, pick your favorite markets. Again, if you have knowledge about some of the projects and you think they're in a steady bullish uptrend on knowledge that you understand, okay, yeah, but still look for all these markets to stair step higher. Probably the one that's been the best altcoin of all of them, the strongest is Solana, and we have seen multiple opportunities on that even after the massive breakouts. And go back to what we talked about. Go look at my live streams back in July and August. We talked about this at about $40, and we highlighted a lot of the dynamics of Solana way back here. We were looking for. I came across one that was from August where I was saying, yeah, if we could get up to this bat pattern at $56, and if that breaks out, well, we go to the 1618 at 85. What happens at those levels? It just annihilates them. That's how we're going to capture the bigger movers, but you still apply the same framework, aggressive management strategies at each level. And then if it explodes, I think a prime example is crypto.com. That's one that's turning into a bigger move, but I'm still extremely cautious, aggressively managing that because I think that could pull back 30% and I can capture that and re-enter. Well, let's just take a quick peek. I'll wrap up on there. Yeah, we're bucking up against 83, 84 now. That's on the Coinbase feed. We'll come back to this on Friday, see how that does. Again, the beauty of something like this, like a crypto.com, is not in FOMOing. Anyone can FOMO. It is in being patient and looking for the pullbacks within that trend to capture the next leg higher. And that's what these are doing. So maybe crypto.com comes to $1, back down, and then fires again. That's how we should be thinking. That will help you to overcome FOMO. There are opportunities on the breakouts and the big surges, but they come after the fact. You're looking for the next retracement on that move. Just like we see on Ethereum, we see COTI, all of these. So go through those. We will go to, go on Friday, Black Friday. We're going to do a few things, other things. I'll be giving away probably more books. I'll probably give away a ton of books on Friday, so be here for that whole session. And let me come back to the Volume 3 thing. We spent a lot of time today on the altcoins, and I wanted to go over this specific strategy, but I'm going to save it for Black Friday. It's going to be something we're going to be including in the software really soon. It's going to be a kind of a unique indicator signal. Comes right out of the book. So I'll share that with everybody Friday. We'll give away some books, probably give away a few subscriptions to the software with our Black Friday special. So come on back at that time. And again, get with the basic membership at harmonictrader.com to really get with everything we're doing.
Thanks again, folks. You have a great one. We'll be back on Friday at 11 a.m. See you then, and go get them.